Hi, parent and caregiver. You might be wanting some fun activities for your child during this summer. They might be driving you nuts inside of the house, outside of the house, everywhere. And you want them to go play and have fun, but you also want them to learn something at the same time. I have 3 fun activities for you to do this summer and even in the other seasons as well. So let's get started with the first one. So the first fun summer activity is hopscotch. Hopscotch is so fun. Your child uses their whole body for this. They don't only learn some academic skills, but they also are gaining some other skills as well. Now, for hopscotch, you or have your child write the letters and sight words into the hopscotch grid. So it can be the letter A, E, I, O, or U if your child is learning their vowels. It could be other just consonants in those squares. It can be 2-lettered words, 3-lettered words. If your child is learning syllabication or multisyllabic words, so those bigger words with 2 or more syllables in them, put those words in the hopscotch game in the grid. And if they get to that point of multisyllable words, they might not want to play hopscotch. They might want to play older games, but they might want to play hopscotch. You never know. And your child might be younger and they might be very far in their reading journey. So when it comes to hopscotch, you have your child write those letters or those words in there for that additional challenge, or you can do it. But the main goal is for them to be able to read those letters or those words as they are playing hopscotch. And you can make that hopscotch grid really big, and that could be the fun of it as well. There can be more than just 5 squares or 10 squares that it usually has. You can do a bunch of squares before the game ends, before they get to the other end of the hopscotch grid. Now, when it comes to hopscotch, your child learns letter recognition, sound recognition, sight words, and if you add a timer to this game, they'll be learning to read fluently, so quickly, by having to read the letters and the words more efficiently and quickly, as I said. So add a timer in there. Gross motor skills and balance as well. So they're learning a whole bunch of games, a whole bunch of skills within these games during the summer. Now, if your child needs to learn letter recognition and sounds, they can grab my free flashcards that are in the description below. I also offer tutoring services, so you can also book a free consultation below at the best time and day that works for you. Now, the next fun summer game is water balloons. Water balloons. You don't have to have a pool or anything like that to do water balloons. You don't even have to have a backyard for water balloons. You can do your front yard, go to the park, go to a neighbor's house, their friend's house, on the sidewalk, whatever it may be, in the street, if it's safe. You guys can play water balloons. So what you will do with this is you will write a sight word or a letter that your child needs to practice on the water balloons with a permanent marker. Place those water balloons in a bucket or a bowl. Choose a target and instruct your child that they can only throw those water balloons after they read the words or the letters. Now, here is an additional challenge, is you can say the sounds of the letters instead of saying the actual letters. If your child is learning their letters on those water balloons, you can say throw eh, and then they find the eh in the bucket, or like my instructions just said, is if they already picked up a water balloon and they read it, instruct them to just say the letter sound rather than the name of the letter. Or you can have them, if it's a word, you can have them separate each sound first. Even if they know it's fluently, they're going to get to multisyllabic or bigger words later on in their reading journey. So have them review learning how to separate sounds by separating sounds with these shorter words on the water balloons. So that is just an example of challenging them and making every moment a learning moment. Now, when it comes to water balloons, your child learns sight words, generalizing, so they are reading words in different environments, fine and gross motor skills. So fine motor skills is kind of using their fingers and everything. And then gross motor skills is kind of using their whole body, like jumping and running and things like that. And they're also learning focus, how to focus on the word or the letter that's on the balloon, focusing on where the target is and where they throw it and things like that. So also focus, they are learning. Now, if your child needs strategies to read faster, you can click in the description below my 4 strategies for faster reading video training for you, parent, to help your child with some tricks on how to read words faster. So again, the link is in the description below. You get access to it, it's free. Okay, now lastly, nature letters. Nature letters is really fun. Use natural materials like leaves, twigs, flowers to create letters or words. Then they read those letters or those words aloud. It's really fun. They are manipulating those twigs or flowers or flower petals or flower stems, leaves, things like that, to create the letters and to create the words. So they also, when it comes to those words, if there are petals that they are using, they have to create the letters, each letter in each word. So that's an additional learning moment for your child. So when it comes to nature letters or nature words, your child learns letter and sound recognition, word recognition, fine motor skills, and generalization. So those are those 3 fun summer activities that you can do with your child this summer or even outside of the summer. If you live in an area where it's snowing, and obviously this is probably winter time, have your child create letters or words with the snow. And then you can make it fun where they have to create those letters or those words quickly before the snow melts. So they are learning fluency in that way, reading words quickly or creating words quickly like that. They can draw with a stick the letters or the words in the snow as well. But things like that, just you can try to be creative when it comes to learning this summer or learning overall in other seasons. All right, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you click the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever my next video goes live. Don't forget to download my 4 strategies for faster reading video below, which is free, and my animal flashcards below as well. And if your child needs reading tutoring, you can book a free consultation below in the description and find a time and date that works best for you for us to hop on a call. That link is below as well. All right, until next time, bye.